CTV News, Vancouver Island Report.
Good evening. Thank you for being here tonight. A fierce storm has slammed into Vancouver Island today with winds so strong they knocked out power and ferry sailings throughout the day. Along some waterfront areas, roads had to be closed with waves crashing up ashore. And while many of us may run for cover during weather such as this, people in Tofino get outdoors. The storm-force winds and the heavy rain battered the west coast today with waves so high that dozens of beaches and trails had to be barricaded so that the storm watchers would be kept back safely. As CTV's Scott Cunningham shows us, storm watching season in Tofino tonight is officially underway.
Welcome to the eye of the storm. Just outside of Tofino, heavy winds accompanied by a high tide create a unique and devastatingly powerful weather system, one giving birth to monster waves which pound the coastline.
Yes, storms of this magnitude are not uncommon in the winter, but again, what we are facing right now is the combination of the big storm with the high tides, and that's what's causing the danger on the shore.
Giant swells forced officials to close every beach in the Pacific Rim Park, but for some, downpours like this are an invitation to visit.
It's just wild. I don't know, it's just seeing that raw, savage nature at its best. It's great.
Is there anywhere like this in the world?
Nowhere that I've been.
This perfect day today with the rain and the wind and the high tide. It's fabulous.
The sting of hard rain on your face isn't everyone's idea of a good vacation. And while these two love it, park officials want to ensure that storm watching remains a spectator sport.
On these beaches at the high tide, all these logs become mobile, so it can be very dangerous to, be out on the beaches on a high tide like today.
High winds and massive swells coming off the Pacific mean storm season is upon us. And it also means big tourism dollars for the west coast of Vancouver Island.
Tucked into a pristine cove that today takes the full force of the storm is the WICKANINNIsh Inn. With rooms that peek out over the rocks, this is a storm seeker's dream.
It's wonderful. Yeah, spectacular out there today. Really wonderful. Also draws a few phone calls and people coming to check it out.
Roaring waves could translate into major dollars this winter, especially as weather like this is expected to hover over the west coast for the next several days. Scott Cunningham, CTV News, Tofino.